going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about basically whether it is better to buy cards or to grind up cards. So we're going to be looking at this from two different perspectives. To be honest, we're looking at it from two extremes. There probably is a middle ground where there's going to be a lot of different players, and also I'm going to say this now, it is probably best to do a mixture of both. Actually, no, there's no point ever spending money on the game, but I mean like spending MT, because it's not the hardest thing in the world to grind MT. A mixture of both grinding MT and spending them on some players, evoing up cheaper cards and stuff like that. But I don't think going all out, which some people have done in terms of getting some of the Galaxy Opals so far, is really worth it. But again, I'm going to explain why later on in the video. So we're going to be looking at two extremes. First of all, we are going to be looking at the cheap cards. So all of these cards are going to be either under 5k MT, or for the grinding cards, they are going to be cards that can be grinded in less than 10 hours combined for all of them. So this is going to be a lot of, say, domination rewards or early rewards from other game modes. So anyway, at the point guard position for the grinding team, it is Anfernee Simons. Did I miss, is 2 F's in his name? Anfernee Simons. Okay, I got it wrong there. And then for the cheap team, we are going to be using De'Aaron Fox. So in the battle of the 2 point guards, Anfernee Simons is actually fairly easy to get, and he only evos up to an emerald, so a little bit cheap for contracts, but he's one of the best emeralds in the game. A really nice card. Comes a range extender, quick first step, can dunk a little bit. De'Aaron Fox is quicker, finishes better. 3-pointer is very similar. De'Aaron Fox better release, but the range extender definitely gives the edge to Anfernee Simons. At the 2 guard, it is a battle of the shooters. So it is Luke Kennard. Obviously, these guys I'm going to say evoed all the way up, because these guys can be attained in a lot less than 10 hours normally, and then it takes barely any time to evo these cards up. Where I evoed up like 10 of these in one day, when I didn't even play it that much. And then we have got the cheap sniper, that is Nick Anderson. In terms of pure shooting, Nick Anderson may be the single best card in the game. Luke Kennard has got a really nice release. And I'm telling you, if he gets any version of it, or any upgrade with quick draw, and he keeps the range extender, he is going to be dangerous. He is going to be such a dangerous player to have on the wing. However, Nick Anderson already is that guy. He's got quick draw, he's a better defender, he's taller, I think, or they're the same height, and it's just money. He is absolutely money. Small forward position, we are actually going to be doing it in a way that you can play the different positions. So at the small forward position, I was thinking of putting in Terrence Ferguson, even though he is a 2 guard, because he can play a small forward position. But I'm going to put in this guy instead. I'm going to put in Gerald Green. But for the other lineup, we are going to be putting in Wally Szczerbiak. So Gerald Green, you'd think would be better when he's upgraded to a Ruby. Like shooting wise, I'm not going to say he's that much worse than Szczerbiak. However, Szczerbiak he's got range extender gold. He's also quite tall. I think they're both 6'7". And the thing is, I don't know, Wally Szczerbiak has come back into my squad. He's killing it. He's gotten in over Jerry Sloan right now. He's on my PC squad at times. There's times where I'm not shooting well at Paul Pierce and Szczerbiak makes my PC squad. The only reason he's not is because I think Pierce in general is that little bit better. He's fantastic. Gerald Green is also fantastic, but you need 15 wins with him, which is about an hour and a half of playing, and it's also probably about another 3 hours to upgrade him. Whereas for these guys here, it probably is 4 hours combined for the other 4 players to get them all and even them all up. Gerald Green, he's good. Don't get me wrong. He is definitely good, but I don't know. I just think that Wally Szczerbiak is better. So it is 2-1 right now to the cheap team that you can buy. In the power forward position is going to be probably the closest matchup so far. Actually, Anfernee Simons and De'Aaron Fox is very close. But actually no, Simons is fairly nicely better. It is a battle of 2 completely different type of players. Both power forwards / small forwards. We've got Nemanja Bjelica and we've got Luke Walton. So Luke Walton has got really good ball handling of 82. He's got a super fast release with quick draw. He passes the ball really well. He can defend moderately well on the perimeter. He rebounds better than Bjelica. I think he's only an inch small, or he's only 2 inches smaller. But yeah, he's actually a really nice card. And in terms of like someone you want to use a playmaker, Luke Walton's really good. He's really good at handling the ball from power forward position and shoots really well when he's wide open. And if you guys know in my no money spend squad, the guys, these are some of the guys that Nemanja Bjelica is keeping out of the team. Soon to be Channing Frye. He is keeping Leitner potentially in a while. He's better than Leitner, so he'll be in there when Leitner's gone and when Frye is gone. He is also keeping Larry Bird Diamond and Desmond Mason Diamond to an extent out of the team. He is holding his own. Like, not even holding his own. He's been one of my best players consistently for this whole year because he's the best limitless shooter I've ever used. And for that reason, I'm going to give the edge to Nemanja Bjelica over Luke Walton. Luke Walton's more versatile, but if you guys have seen me shoot Bjelica, it's like auto greens, especially from Limitless. So this one is, I thought this one was actually going to be really close, and I was thinking about it for a while. And Isaiah Hartenstein versus Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, look, if this was me personally, this would be really close. But trust me, I've come up against Hartenstein a few times, and I've killed him. So I think I'm one of the only people that really like this card. So I'm going to go with Karl Anthony Towns and give the win to the cheap team. And also, it's a lot easier to grind, say, 10,000 MT for these 5 than it is 10 hours for all these. And if I was to advise you to do any sort of grinding, it would be make sure you get Bjelica because range extender is so important for shooting teams out of zones. And also picking up the likes of Nick Anderson, Wally Zerbiak. If you play the two of those guys with Bjelica and Anthony Simons at the 1, that would not be the hardest thing in the world to get. You get that in a day, and that is 4 range extender players. You will shoot teams out of zones. So that is a very, very good budget lineup, and it's a team that can dominate because Simons can still burn people quick for a step, and the rest of your team is money. And that was a close one there, but obviously in terms of time, it probably is better to go extremely cheap players than grinding the low tier players. And now we are going for the ultimate no life matchup. So we have first up at the point guard position. I'm not going to use token rewards because you have to buy a load of players and lock in players that you can't sell back. The reason why I'm putting in the likes of Steve Francis is that when it comes to buying the players, you can sell them all back, and also you can sell them back, and the money you get for all the challenges, it kind of evens out. So basically, you're either making a little bit of profit from all the challenges as well as getting Steve Francis, or you're just making your money back with a tiny, tiny loss. Problem with the tokens is that you have to lock in so many players, and you can't sell them, so they're just kind of stuck there. It's empty. It's players you're never going to use that are just literally stuck there for token rewards. And in terms of token rewards, I still have Francis over Mark Price. So I don't think there's... Maybe Jerry Lucas will go in a power forward. And then obviously the Opals... Actually, no, sorry. Hardaway will probably go in a point... Actually, no, Francis probably go in over Hardaway. Robinson will go in a center, definitely, but that's about it. So, point guard, we've got Steve Francis, and in a controversial... Actually, this isn't controversial at all. We got Stephon Marbury. Stephon Marbury's better than John Stockton. He's better than Sidney Moncrief. So, yeah, Marbury, really, really good card. So is Francis. And this is all I'm going to say. Steve Francis is Stephon Marbury at range extender. They feel so similar. Except for the fact that Francis obviously has one significantly better badge. That makes him that bit better. But he is fairly close, but Francis is definitely better. There's no question about it. Francis is better than Stephon Marbury. Now we are at the 2 guard position. It's going to be Jason Richardson versus... Who do I have to? Kobe. And this is a close one. Like, I've used J Rich, especially, like, and all these guys are going to be fully evoed, by the way. So this is Opal J Rich. And even Opal J Rich, Kobe's release is so good. And he's got range extender. Maybe later on in the year, there'll be a bigger discrepancy between these two guys. But as guys for carrying your team, this is very close. I'm not going to be crazy and say Kobe's better than J Rich or anything. Especially because it's an Amethyst versus an Opal. But I'm not going to say that. But Jason Richardson is better, but not by much. So small forward position is going to be Xavier McDaniel for the wrong team. For this team here, fully evo to Pink Diamond versus Opal Dominique Wilkins. So I'm going to talk about this one in a minute or two. First of all, we are going to go to power forwards first. So it is Chris... No, it's going to be Ibaka. It's going to be Ibaka. Actually, I just completely forgot about Ibaka, just like I forgot about my tier list. Originally I had Chris Webber in here, and I had Christian Laettner in here. And it was going to be Laettner over Webber, but no way is Laettner better than Opal Ibaka. Opal Ibaka wins this one, so it's already a win for the the grind team. And then at the center position, it is going to be Alonso Mourning versus, or even you can put Weber here, versus George Mikan. And if I wanted to rig this, I could probably put Mikan here. And I think I actually would argue that Mikan's better than Ibaka, because Mikan, I just love his release. I put in Weber. I want to rig this to a tie, but no, I'll keep it like this. Mikan comfortably beats Alonso Mourning. So this matchup right here, Dominique Wilkins versus Xavier McDaniel. I've used McDaniel a lot, and there will be a video going up later today of me using his pink diamond. And I've used Dominique only once or twice. So I actually messaged the very first person to get Dominique Wilkins, which one of them's better. And he said, if you're running through one player solo, Dominique is better. But if you want a player for an all-around squad, then McDaniel's better. And if you're either this tier of spending money or this tier of grinding, you're not going to want to run solo through a player. You're just going to want to use someone in a squad. So Xavier McDaniel over Dominique Wilkins. So in the end, it is won by the No Life Grind team. Slightly over, or very, very slightly over the Buy Everything team. But the Purchase team is again a lot more attainable. Sure, you might have spent a little bit of real money. And actually, I'm not advising you guys to even purchase this team. I'm honestly saying, the gap between this team and this team here is the gap between this team and this team. There's like none. Like Nick Anderson starts on my PC squad. He starts over Brandon Roy. He starts over Kobe. It's ridiculous. Wally Zerbiak sometimes comes in for the likes of Paul Pierce. Luke Walton, while he's nowhere near as... Actually, no, you can argue Luke Walton over Christian Laettner as well. Like, obviously, Mikan is significantly better than Cat. But Marbury is... I don't know, he is significantly better than Anthony Simons. But apart from the point guard and center, these three guys here, you could argue, can hold their own in any squad. So, still, I would advise you guys to pick up a squad like this and just hold your own in the game, rather than wasting either hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of hours on these guys, or spending hundreds of dollars on these. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.